Hello, I am your host, Jenny Oceans. Welcome to Coming Home with Jenny Oceans. This is your authority podcast when it comes all things nervous system. Not for another trendy post or reel on socials. This is actual change for you to understand your nervous system, to understand why mindset alone doesn't work, why understanding that going into trauma release sessions will not change your life if you are not combining the science, the spirituality, the mindset, and the nervous system regulation. This is your podcast where you will learn and understand why your mind and your body is working in a certain way. This podcast is real, raw, and authentic with absolute authority when it comes to all things nervous system. Let's go change your life. If you are someone sitting in fear right now, I really want to encourage you to continue listening to this episode. It might be a little bit different than what it normally is, but not really. Everything ties into higher self, everything ties into nervous system regulation, and it ties into just understanding what life's all about and who you are and how you can become the master of your own life and the creator of your reality. So welcome back to another episode of Coming Home with Jenny Oceans, where it's all about nervous system, because for me, your nervous system is your control center, and understanding your nervous system and knowing how to self-regulate and how to do these things to feel better is key to everything in life, to what many will call chaos in the world right now. A lot of people are feeling a lot of fear right now, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that is not real. I'm not going to sit here tell you to panic. I'm going to tell you what I truly believe is what you should be doing right now. Let's have a sip and follow along. Delightful as always. Just take a nice big breath. You don't have to close your eyes, but if you are in a position where you can close your eyes, if you are not driving a heavy machinery or vehicle or doing something where you should be keeping your eyes open, then close your eyes by all means. Taking a nice big breath in through the nose, all the way down your throat, down your chest, and all the way down to the lower parts of your belly. Hold it. Feel the sensation of holding on, opening the mouth and letting it all out. Let it all go all the way, all the way. Let's do it again. Nice big breath in through the nose, down your throat, down your chest, all the way down the lower parts of your belly. Hold it. Feel the breath. Feel the sensation of holding on to your breath, opening the mouth, letting it all out, letting it go. That's it. Welcome. Now, the reason why we take a big breath is to just connect in with the body, connecting in with the body. When you are connected to your body, you can feel the sensations and you can feel the truth. You can feel the answers, and you are connecting up to your higher self at the same time as you're grounding into the earth to prepare yourself to be on alert, to receive, to understand, making your mind soaking up what it is you're about to listen to. I've realized lately, I listened to absolutely incredible podcast this morning with Anna Rose and Luke. I'm not going to say his surname because I can't pronounce it. Amazing astrologist. I wouldn't have listened to this podcast, but a friend sent it to me and I listened. It was just a bit over an hour. It was absolutely incredible. This podcast made me think about my past, and it made me realize how incredibly grateful I am for my past, how grateful I am for my ex-husband. And if you follow on for a while, you probably be like, why the hell would you be that? Because he prepared me. He prepared me for life in such a strange way. But the thing is that when we are healing, when we move into closing our old chapters and we close them with love, we close them with respect, acceptance, understanding, we really close the old chapters with love, then we can move forward. And I did close the old chapters. It took me many years to close them with love, but I managed to close them with love, with help of others and understanding and working with teachers and mentors to really get into that state of understanding things from a state of love. And I did. I closed old chapters with love, deep, deep love. By doing so, I also realized that he really was one of my greatest teachers. I always say my daughter is my greatest teacher, but he actually was one of my absolute greatest teachers. He taught me so much about love. He taught me that many things. But one of the things he really taught me was that the external doesn't actually matter. When we went to the tip with every single item that we owned and we threw it at the dump, I was devastated. I was like, I can't do that. And we did. We moved on to a boat and we created a brand new life. Sitting on the yacht under the stars and in the knowing that I learned to sail to be able to sail this boat. I committed to learning to sail that boat and I was scared, shitless scared. But every night when I would sit in the cockpit under the stars, drink my cup of tea, and my life was hectic. Emotionally, spiritually, I was absolutely fucked. And emotionally, I was stuffed. It was all a big chaos mess. But I learned all that I truly needed was within me. And at that period of my time, I went nuts studying the Bible. I've been going to church previously and I just really needed answers. I searched for so much help. Anyway, I really learned that my state comes from the inside and I did master it at the point. And I still wobble sometimes. I should say that we wobble sometimes, but I really learned that everything came down to me. It came down to how I chose to feel, how what was going inside of me had nothing to do with the external. Like I could really feel freedom, peace, joy, happiness, love, all the things within me, no matter what was going on in my external reality. And I became really good at this. And yes, there was periods of my time where I was numbing and I was dissociating. I was doing these very unhealthy things of coming into that centerpiece inside. And that is very unhealthy. Dissociating and numbing are things that we do when we don't know how to cope. And that's okay. It's okay. When we're choosing to do that, we're choosing to stay in that victim, the comfortable rocking chair I talk about a lot. And that's okay. It's all right. We stay there. We go into that state when we don't know how to do it the other way, which is taking radical responsibility and actually understanding what is going on and how we can master that. So right now, in this point in time, don't be fooled. Don't dissociate and think that everything is okay. And don't be fooled trusting what everyone is telling you. Go internally and understanding right now. What I would say right now is find yourself a teacher. And that teacher doesn't have to be me, but find yourself a teacher that can really teach you to connect with yourself. Move into your pain points, move into the things that really piss you off, that really triggers you, that really makes you upset. Move into understanding why they do that. Understand how your nervous system is working. Why do you feel rattled? Why do you feel sad? Why do you feel heightened? And really moving into that space of really mastering that. Because when you're starting to understand your triggers, your pain points, you're starting to connect deeper with yourself. Right now, I say you want to move into a state where you are really understanding who you are, what's important to you, what's your values, what is truly freaking important to you. If it's all going to turn to shit and you're not going to be able to buy fuel, then your white Range Rover ain't your highest value. Sorry. And really go into depths of who you are, what you want, and why you want. Who you are and who you really are, not who you're pretending to be or who you have just been, who you really are at the core, what your values are. Be really freaking clear what your deep values are. Yes, they can change. And where you are going. Like where you're going, you need to set that coordinate. You need to set the GSP. You need to know where you're heading. You need to know where you are going. And yes, take the scenic route, like I always say, but you need to know where you are going, because if you don't know where you're going to spin around in circles. And when you spin around in circles, you're going to get really dizzy and you're just going to grab a hold to anyone that wants to save you and help you. And let me tell you, the people that are going to grab you and save you and help you are not the people that have what's best for your highest self in their agenda. So if you don't know where you're going, you're spinning around in circles like a headless chalk, and you're going to reach for someone to save you. You're just going to grab a hold of the person that's grabbing you, and that person grabbing you is not going to do it because they actually really freaking care about you. So you want to know where you're going, head in that direction, take the scenic route, and make sure you enjoy every single freaking moment getting there. You don't want to head there and get there and be disappointed because you don't know what's there. You don't know if that's what you really want. So you want to take the scenic route and enjoy every single moment. What would you do if you couldn't leave home? What would you do if you couldn't connect with your loved ones? And this is the point. They spoke about them 2 points in that podcast I just listened to. And I got really proud of myself. And this is going to break some people's heart, but I got really proud of myself because a long time ago with my old teacher, that person, I really learned that this is all I've got. Like, yes, people in our lives that we care about and love about, that they're amazing, they're beautiful, and it's really important. It's really, really important. But all I've really got is this one. And yes, I have a child, and yes, I'm going to do and make sure that I do all and everything for her. But the biggest thing I want to teach her is that she knows that all she's got is this, herself. So she understands who the hell she is, what she wants, and why she wants it. That she knows she can look after herself. If it came down to the point that I couldn't leave this position right here in this moment, I'll be fine. One thing I'm upset about is that I didn't exercise early. I've been telling myself for a very long time I should be exercising and be physically really strong. I still haven't done that. Big boo-boo. Get yourself physically strong.
Okay. Because if I need to protect my family, I want to be physically strong. If it would come to a point where I would be unable to connect with loved ones, this sounds very harsh, but I'll be really okay with that. Because I know that I can't change their physical reality. And if everyone all my loved ones were unwilling to right now and years ago listen to how to come into inner peace, then I'm not going to be able to teach them now, right? Because they're not willing to receive that from me. So I hope they go and find that from others. But if I were unable to connect with loved ones, there's nothing I could do to change their physical reality. So all I can do is send them love. Energy is everything. I can connect with them energetically. I can send them love energetically. The truth sometimes really hurt, and it's just like really throbbing in my brain, because I know that's really painful for some people to hear and understand and listen to. That's really how I see it. But yeah, very capable. I learned very many years ago to be very, very capable. Learn how to catch the fish, learn how to gut the fish, learn how to cook the fish, learn how to do the things. Say it all the time. Go back to basics. Get freaking back to basics. Understand how it used to be done and be okay with that. My daughter is 8. She knows how to catch fish. She knows how to gut fish. She knows how to cook the fish. These are important things in my life. She also knows that she's incredible. She can do anything. Anything's possible. She understands energy. She's 8 and she's taught herself light language. Now, I don't know if it's real or if it's not real. For me, it's fucking real. She's doing it. So of course it is. We were playing yesterday. Well, in her words, it's not playing, it's reality. But she set up a beautiful outdoor restaurant, and at the register, she said the rules. There is no rules, but there is a couple of rules. Okay. She goes, you can only come in if you have good energy. And I go, can you cleanse me then? And she did her thing. I was like, thank you. Anyway, might laugh at it, might not laugh at it. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're losing in life. You need to be able to laugh at yourself. It's key here. But if everything were to go to shit, what they're talking about, don't put the blinkers on and think it's not going to happen. I choose to not listen to the news. I choose to not read the papers. I choose to not look at the things of what everyone's telling us is going to happen in the world. I choose to not do that. People say I'm putting my head in the sand. I'm saying I'm just preparing myself in my way. So don't think that everything's still fine. But I also believe that I can't change what physically is going on in the world. I can change what's going on with me in my world. So I make sure that I understand that. I make sure that I know that my stillness, my peace, my freedom is in here, always in here. Okay. I'm very handy. Let's use the word handy. I know how to do shit. Like I actually know how to do shit. I know how to build shit. And for me, in my world, it's like, how can you not know how to catch fish? How can you not know how to cook? How can you not know how to build? Like in my world, it's like, how can you not know how to figure shit out? In my world, that's like, how do you not know that? But then I realized that most people in the world, they're not built like that because they've been following this system for such a long time. I'm 41 years old this year. And for nearly 20 years, I have learned how to not be programmed by the system. Sure, in many ways, absolutely still am. But in many other ways, I'm not. So for me, that is just normal to understand these things. But for many people, it's not. What I want to tell you right now is don't get lost in what they're trying to tell you is going on, because they're trying to they're reeling you in because they want you to be freaking scared. When you are scared and feel fearful, when your nervous system is in a state of survival, it's like you're spinning around in a circle and you're going to grab whatever hand is reaching for you the first. Okay. That's fear. That's coming from a place of fear. You don't want to be in that state, because the hand that's going to grab you and try to save you is the ones creating the chaos. And I want you to understand that. So right now, you want to really understand how to regulate your nervous system. You really want to understand how to regulate your nervous system. You want to connect with yourself. You want to understand how you work, who you are, what you want. You want to understand why your body is responding in certain ways. You want to connect with your higher self, because your higher self always have your answers. You want to ground into the freaking earth, because she is clean. She is clear. She is freaking energy. She's connected. You want to learn how to ground and connect with the freaking earth, connecting with your higher self. Long string. That's where you want to be. You want to understand your nervous system. You want to know. When I say become the master, it doesn't mean that I'm always ma. It means that I know when I'm and I know how to figure it out, right? I know how to bring myself back into this state. You want to understand your nervous system, because when you come from a regulated state, you're not spinning around in circles. When people trying to grab you, reach your hand and tell you, I will save you, you go, no thanks you, I got myself. I got my own back. I know where I'm going and I'm going there, no matter what. right? You're not dizzy. You're not reaching for whatever hand is going to try to save you, because they will. They create the turbulence and they want to save you. And you, if you are in a dysregulated state, in a survival state, you're going to grab their hand and ask for their help because that's what they want. Now, most people in the world, something I learned a long time ago is most people in the world, they want to be saved. They sit in the rocking chair and they want to be saved. And that's okay. I am not that person. And the people in my field are not that people, because I choose the people that I surround my time with. And I do not want to spend time with people that want to be saved, because they're not the people that I want to spend time with. And that's okay. If that's you, that's okay. But if you're feeling fear right now, take action. Find yourself a teacher, find yourself a mentor that know what they're doing. There's going to be a lot of jokers out there right now that is going to maximize what's going on and reel people in. They're as bad as the people that are creating the chaos, let me tell you. There's going to be a lot of people out there right now that's going to utilize what is happening. So make sure you go and find yourself a teacher, a mentor that actually know what they talk about. Very important. Don't just go and grab any hand. Don't go and grab the easiest hand. Don't go and grab the cheapest hand. There's many, many free things, many things for many people you can do. Don't go and grab the easiest hand. Go and grab the hand that you feel the actual energetic connection to, because that's the people that's going to teach you things. And remember that everything's already available to you. People are not going to teach you something that is brand new. They're not going to give you something you don't already have. They're just going to light it up so you actually understand it and bring it into your understanding. All the things for you to learn and understand is already within you. Somebody just need to connect it so you actually get it. No one is going to give you anything fucking new. It's already in here. It's already within you. There is no new things. It's already in you. You just need to find the right people to connect the pieces so you understand and it lights up inside of you. That's all you have to do. But it's important you find the people that actually understand what they're doing. It's important you understand that you find the people that you're connecting with, because if you're not connected, it's like going to school. You go to class, you have a freaking teacher, let's say in English, for example. You have an English teacher, you don't like the teacher, you don't understand the teacher, you're not connecting. There's no sparks. It's like boom, 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 opposite magnets pulling apart. Teacher goes, don't have to come to class. Thank you, Jenny. That's my old English teacher. She said, don't come to class. You're never going to learn English. Okay, sweet. Here I am. English is my first language, to be honest, because Swedish become pretty bad, in my opinion. I don't speak fluent Swedish anymore. I do, but I don't. I mix the words up. You know what I mean? You go to class and you have the teacher you're not connecting with. You're not going to learn. You are not going to learn. Find yourself a teacher that you connect with, and everything they say is like, oh, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. And it's going to be different for everyone, right? Find yourself a teacher that can teach you how to understand who you are, how to understand what's important in your life, what's your values, what you want out of life, who are you? If there was nothing stopping you, who are you and who would you show up as? That's who you need to be. That's who you need to become. Someone that can teach you how to ground, someone that can teach you to understand energetic. Everything is energy. Someone that can teach you how to understand your nervous system and how to regulate your nervous system, how to know when you're dysregulated, and how to, by yourself, bring yourself into a regulated state. All of my students that come to my classes, they know how to self-regulate. Doesn't mean they do it all the time, but if they were in a situation, they would know how to self-regulate. Yeah. Find a teacher that you connect with and that sparks you up, that lights you up, that makes you see things and realize things. Very freaking important right now. Yes, don't fill your freaking cars up with fuel. Absolutely. Yes, make sure that you're using your noggin. If you don't already know how to catch food and how to make food, freaking hell, go and learn how to do this shit. If there is no bread on the shelf, you should know how to bake bread. For me, that's common sense. If there is no protein in the freaking shelving, you should have a fishing rod in your house and you should know how to tie a fishing rod. You should know how to fish. You should know how to gut the fish and how to cook that fucking fish. You should know how to make a fire. For me, that is basic knowledge for human beings. For me, that's basic knowledge for human beings, right? You should know this shit. Now, there's probably many people out there that know things that I don't know, things that I should know. Anyway, go and get food. You should always, I learned this when I was freaking homeless and broke. Like, you should always have food to last you at least a month. Always. Might not be gourmet food, but there should be food so you can survive. You and your family can survive for at least a month. For me, that's common knowledge. So you should just know this shit. Then, number one, actually, find someone that can really make you understand how to self-regulate. Understand who you are, understand what you want, which means understanding your values, what's important for you, understand who you truly are at your core. Because if you are not living as your authentic self right now in this point in time, it's about time you fucking start doing that right now. You need to start living as your true authentic self, or them hands that's going to grab you and say they're going to help you and save you. They're going to come from every single angle and they're going to grab you easily, right? Because you don't know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you're going to spin around in circles, right? Very freaking important. Understand what triggers you and why it triggers you so that you can send love to that old chapter and close it and move forward. If you can't close it with love, you can't move forward. The sticky chewing gum is going to keep you pulling back into your past. And if you're stuck in your past, you can't move forward. Really freaking important. Understand how your nervous system works. Go and get fit. I need to work on that. Go and get freaking fit. I really need to work on that. Jenny, you really need to go and get fit. Okay? Go and do the things because it's for you. It's for you. It's for your family. Responding from a state of fear and survival is going to give you the wrong answers. It's going to take you in directions that's not meant for you. For me, that's also common knowledge. If you're out on a sailing boat and there is a fucking storm coming, you're going to want to panic and pull your sail tight and just freaking go with the wind. That coming from a state of fear and survival, as in not survival, let's do what's clever. It's survival state of being absolutely dysregulated and just want to fucking flee. It's not going to save you in a storm. You need to bring your sails down, go down, button up the hatches, wait for it to pass. That is coming from a regulated state. Dysregulated would panic and act out of absolute fucking fear and go straight into the storm. It's not going to work. You need to come from a calm state. And if you don't understand sailing, button up the hatches and just go and wait for the storm to pass. Doesn't mean sit there and be stupid and just wait for everything to go past. It means make sure that you are prepared for what's to come. Yeah, it's really freaking important, guys. Yes, of course. I'm a nervous system teacher. I want you to know how to regulate your nervous system and understand your nervous system. Yes, I teach people how to understand who they are, understand their values, understand who they would be if there was nothing stopping them. And I do bring people in to this absolute understanding. It's what I do for a living. It's my job. But I'm not sitting here telling you, come and do becoming. Come and do the work with me. I'm not saying that. By all means, go and do it. Find the people that you feel connected to, because they're the people that's going to teach you the things that you need to know, not just for now, not just because chaos is going on, but for life. You need to know these things for life, to have a freaking good life. This life is a gift. For you to live this life to its fullest potential, you need to know who you are. You need to know what you want. You need to understand. You need to be connected up and connected down. And you need to understand how your nervous system works. You need to understand how to self-regulate. You don't understand all the signs and all of the things, but you need to understand what it feels like when you're dysregulated. Because when you're dysregulated, you're going to act in a way that's not in alignment with your highest value. When you are regulated, you're going to act in a way that's in alignment with your highest value. So you want to understand what it feels like in your body when you're dysregulated. You want to understand the tools to bring you to regulated states so that you can act in alignment with your highest self. Very freaking important, guys. So don't go and be silly right now. Go right now, find yourself a teacher, invest the fucking money. The way they're speaking, whatever is in your bank account is going to mean nothing anyway. So you might as well waste it. I'm not just joking. Don't go do that. Not financial advice. I don't go do that shit. Be smart, be clever. Just really be smart and be clever. But at the end of a really day, like at the end of the freaking day, this is all you've got. And if this is running around in a circle, you are going to grab the hand that's going to offer you a solution first. You are the solution. But if you're running around like this, if you're not connected, if you don't understand this, you're going to run around like this and you're going to grab whatever hand is going to reach you first. And that's what they want. And that's what I'm telling you not to do. Okay? Go and find someone that can bring you into your connectedness. That's right. Sending you all so much love. Should we do a breath? It's a very simple breath. Honestly, all you need to do to connect with your nervous system, to connect with your body is to just stop for a moment. You know, when you can, closing your fucking eyes down, take a deep breath, sit with the breath and let it go. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's really fucking easy, to be honest. It's hard because people don't stop and do it. You know, you just need to connect, feel, just got to feel and connect. And it doesn't have to be hard. Healing, understanding your traumas and your experiences and closing old chapters doesn't mean you have to sit and freaking boil your eyes out for weeks. It doesn't have to look like that. We can do it with ease, with grace, as long as we have someone leading the way, shining a light, making that dark, heavy path through the forest be lighter. So go and find yourself that teacher. Now, let's just do some breathing. I want you to take a really slow, deep breath in through the nose. That's right. In through the nose, down your throat, down your chest, the birds are playing, all the way down your belly. Now suck the air into your belly. Hold the breath here. And I want you to feel the sensation of holding on. This is the same sensation we feel as we're holding on to anything in life, like this, forcing it. Now open the mouth and truly let that breath leave your mouth. Let it go. Hello, Maggie. And the sensation of letting go of the breath is exact sensation as when we just let shit go. Holding on and letting go. Hello, Maggie. Now take a nice big breath in again. Nice big breath all the way into the lower parts of your belly. Fill your belly up with that breath. Now hold it. Hold the breath and feel the sensation of holding on. Maggie's coming close. Feel that sensation. Feel what happens in your body as you're just holding on to that breath. Now open the mouth nice and wide and let that fucking breath go. Let it go all the way out. Let it all the way out. Let it go and feel how your body goes. Feels good, right? It's the whole purpose. Understanding what it feels like inside of your body is the freaking key to understand your nervous system. Now go and find yourself a teacher. I'm going to have myself another cup of cacao. I'm going to go and enjoy life because this life is a gift. I love you. The next round of Becoming starts in June. 1st of June will start. Intakes are open. JennyOceans.com. I just realized I don't even know if I have the link for Becoming up there. Connect at JennyOceans.com or go on my website and send me a message. Connect with me, social media, Jenny Oceans. Just find me, send me a message to sign up for Becoming. There's still spots left. Small, intimate group. If you feel called, if you feel that what I say resonates with you and I'm your teacher, and if I'm not, that's absolutely freaking okay. Go and find someone that you resonate with and that can teach you these things. All the love. Bye. Hey, mate.